welcome into another KDSJ sports broadcast as we get ready for some high school hoops tonight here on this Friday night heading into the weekend. An interclass non-conference matchup is in store for us tonight as the New Underwood Tigers make the road trip up the hill and into Lead to take on the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers tonight. Girls game set to go in about 15 minutes with the boys to follow after that. And a doubleheader right here on KDSJ Sports tonight across AM, FM, online, and our streaming services, which also includes KDSJ-TV tonight as we welcome into the countdown to tip-off. Being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair, the Black Hills home team for collision repairs, located at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish and off exit 32 at Junction Avenue in Sturgis. It is our pregame show being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair. And live tonight here on KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, KDSJ980.com, and also video link tonight, KDSJ-TV on YouTube this evening. As we get ready for the first game of our doubleheader tonight, the New Underwood girls come in with a record of 1-3 in the season. The New Underwood Tigers are on the road tonight here in Lead to take on the Gold Diggers, as the Diggers are 0-6 on the season and trying to snap that long losing streak that's been over 2 years since the Gold Diggers have been able to get in the win column. The second game of our doubleheader tonight, it's the New Underwood Tiger boys. They sit at 500 on the season at 2 wins and 2 losses. And the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers are 2-3 on the season. The Gold Digger boys are coming off of a victory, and they are 0-0 on the season in the Black Hills Conference. Another non-conference matchup tonight as they take on the New Underwood Tigers. So that is the doubleheader tonight with New Underwood and Lead-Deadwood. And our broadcast booth tonight right here at the Lead-Deadwood High School gym number 1, and it is being brought to you by Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider to several area high schools in the Black Hills and northeastern Wyoming. As we sit here at the broadcast booth right at mid-court here at gym number 1 at the Lead-Deadwood High School, as right now they go through the recognition of the seniors tonight for the Lead-Deadwood girls. They'll recognize the boys in between games leading up to their contest later on this evening. So the doubleheader tonight, New Underwood and Lead-Deadwood. Class B heads on over to take on Class A tonight, and we'll be back to talk more about it in our Laying the Foundation segment being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. Stay tuned for more of the countdown to tip-off being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair after this 2-minute timeout.
Collision Repair has built their reputation by offering the highest quality, guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers return again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heiserling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heiserling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heiserling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heiserling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base Sports Nutrition Program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Lead-Deadwood High School gym as we get set for high school hoops tonight. They're done recognizing the Lead-Deadwood seniors this evening as we get ready to have our Laying the Foundation segment being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. Also with us, just off to the right, is the Lead-Deadwood High School Pep Band. They'll be entertaining everyone tonight as kind of an odd school week here for Lead-Deadwood. They didn't have school on Monday for Staff Professional Development Day. That was coming off of the long Christmas break. They got back to school on Tuesday, Wednesday, then a snow day on Thursday, and here they are on Friday heading into the weekend with some high school hoops here at home against the New Underwood Tigers. Let's bring in Clayson Davis over there at KDSJ-TV where you can watch the game for free. Clayson, fill us in a little bit more on what you're up to this evening.
Yes, thank you, Cody, here on KDSJ-TV. Glad to be back in Lead-Deadwood High School for some more high school basketball. As of course, right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. Still no Facebook, still waiting to get those issues resolved. So again, anyone who is looking for the game on Facebook, tell them to go over to our website at kdsj980.com, and you can find the link to the YouTube page, or you can also just simply look up KDSJ-TV on YouTube, and that's our YouTube channel. You can find this game. You'll find the second game of tonight's doubleheader, as the Lead-Deadwood boys basketball team will take the floor versus New Underwood later on tonight. And you can also rewatch any of our sports broadcasts from this past winter, and even if you want to rewatch some football or volleyball from this past season, KDSJ-TV has all them on the YouTube site as well.
As we lay the foundation for this matchup, the first of two tonight here on KDSJ Sports. Let's lay the foundation being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. Give them a call at 605-210-2320. And we'll start on the girls' side of things for the New Underwood Tigers. The visiting team coming to us from just by the interstate there east of Rapid City. They hopped on the interstate, came up through Sturgis, through Boulder Canyon, and ventured their way up through the hill. And if you go to Terry Peak, you've gone too far. So make sure you make that turn there at the Lead-Deadwood High School. And here we are as the New Underwood Tigers coming into town under head coach Dallas Richter. And the Tigers have two seniors, two juniors. They have a couple of sophomores, two freshmen, and also on their varsity lineup, they have 4 8th graders getting moved on up here for the varsity season. And for the New Underwood Tigers, they come into this game with a record of 1 win and 3 losses on the season as they play in Region 7 in Class B. The New Underwood Tigers started off the season losing by 4 points at Edgemont, 48-44. They had their home opener against Dupree where they won 35-28. Then they went to Hill City and lost 51-16. Their game against White River was postponed earlier this week. And then tonight, their last game was Tuesday, January 7th, when they visited Wall, and they got beat there by the Eagles 47-18. So 1-3 on the season, back-to-back losses as they go on the road to take on a Class A squad tonight here in Lead against the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers. So this is game number 4 of about 20 on the season for New Underwood. Their next game after this will be part of the Girls West River tournament that starts next Tuesday. For the New Underwood Tigers, 1-3 on the season. They are 0-2 on the road, and they average 28 points per game. They give up about 43 points a game, so about 15-point difference there. They're minus 15 in the points, so only averaging 28 points per game are the New Underwood Tigers. The home team tonight, the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, they feature their first-year head coach, Chad McCarty, former high school football coach for the Spearfish Spartans, and then after a few years away from that, he's come up to Lead and taken over a program for head coach Will Moldy, who resigned after last year. They have 5 seniors. They were recognized before the game in senior and parent night recognition. They usually do that the last home game of the season. Not quite sure why they're doing it tonight, but it's done already. Couple juniors on the varsity roster, 4 sophomores, and no freshmen for the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers as they come into the game 0-6 on the season. They started off the year losing at home to Bellefouche 56-22. They lost to Harding County 64-19. They lost to Newell 51-35. Then they lose to Newcastle 52-38. That has been the closest game that they've had so far this year. That was part of the state line shootout over in Sundance. They also lost to Sundance 53-22. And then on Saturday, January 4th, they came out of the Christmas break and lost at a good Kadoka squad, 66-14. Kadoka is 7-0 on the season and getting some votes there in Class B, while the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers dropped to 0-6 on the season. They are on one of the longest losing streaks in the state of South Dakota, 43 losses in a row for the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers. It's been over 2 years since the Gold Diggers have been in the win column. We'll see if it comes tonight on senior night, and some of these girls have stuck it out over these past several years. 4 years ago when these girls were freshmen, they had one win as sophomores, no wins as juniors, and no wins so far as seniors. So you got to tip your hat to these 5 seniors that have literally stuck it out for the Lead-Deadwood Gold Digger girls basketball program. I probably would have been gone. See you later. The Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers are in Region 8A, which is pretty good. You got Rapid City Christian in there. Over on KDSJ-TV last night, Clayson Davis had Hill City. They're in that region, along with St. Thomas More. Bellefouche had a 6-game winning streak before they got beat by St. Thomas More earlier this week. Custer is in there. Hot Springs. Both of those teams just have one win so far, and then Lead-Deadwood is 7th out of the 7 teams at 0-6 in the season. Class A, Region 8, the Gold Diggers only average 25 points per game. They give up about 57 points per game. So, but you look at it, Gold Diggers averaging 25 points per game. New Underwood about 28, 29 points per game. No matter what it says on paper, it looks bad, but it might be an actual good game.
Yeah, like you said, Cody, it's 2 teams like on paper. Haven't had the statistics that they want this part of the season. I know both programs, a lot of rebuilding that's been done and a lot of rebuilding to that rebuilding that's also been done. So not a lot of success for both of these programs, but especially for Lead-Deadwood, you're on one of the longest losing streaks in the history of South Dakota in girls basketball. Not a better time to break that streak is right here in front of your hometown crowd on a Friday night on senior night, trying to get to their first win since the 2022 season. And they have a great opportunity in front of them right here tonight.
Because if you don't win tonight, I don't know when it's going to come. Because you got Hill City next week, then the Wall Lady Eagles, who made it to the state tournament last year. You have to go up against St. Thomas More, a Class AA Sturgis Scooper squad. It may come January 25th against Hot Springs, but we'll wait and see. We got something to take care of us in front of us tonight as we lay the foundation. Being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. It's the New Underwood Tigers and the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers live from Lead tonight. And from the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, we'll be back to have a look at our matchup menus. Some other games going around the Black Hills Conference and around the region tonight. We'll check that out when we come back in a couple minutes right here on KDSJ Sports.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Vehicles today are complicated and expensive. The professionals at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Spearfish are here to guide you through everything automotive. From cars, trucks, and SUVs to parts and repairs, Junix takes the confusion out of automobile ownership. Enjoy the ride with Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Family owned since 1931 on West Jackson in Spearfish.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of tons. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
Drive it on to victory with the Granite Home Team at Granite Automotive. Making all the right moves and scoring points for a better customer experience is a true team effort. From sales to finance, showroom to service, every Granite Home Team member has a role to play and a job to perform to make sure your next buying experience is your best buying experience. Enthusiastically on your side.
As the Gold Diggers host the New Underwood Tigers in Black Hills Conference or non-conference action tonight. I think New Underwood is in the Great Plains Conference out there east of Rapid City along I-90. Let's see, Lead-Deadwood girls in conference play, though they are just 0-1 with that opening season loss at home to Belle-Fourche. Let's check out our matchup menu for this Friday night, as our matchup menu being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council. These two teams played one time last year, and it was in New Underwood. The Tigers narrowly defeat the Gold Diggers 27-23 in a game that was held in the 20s last year. And we talked about in our laying the foundation segment that still both of these teams are only averaging in the 20s so far this year. It was a 4-point game last year. We'll see how things go this time around. And for high school girls basketball tonight with New Underwood at Lead-Deadwood coming up here in about 10 minutes. So if you're still making your way on up through the Lead-Deadwood communities, you have a little bit more time and a boys game to follow tonight. Teoshape Topa is at Newell this evening for high school girls basketball only. Wall is at Jones County. Sioux Falls Jefferson is at Rapid City Central. Phillip goes to Hill City. There's a Black Hills Conference matchup over at the Sturgis Brown High School West Gym tonight as Rapid City Christian visits Sturgis. That game is set to tip off at about 6 p.m. this evening, and that game is over on one of our sister stations, KOTA. Steve Emmerman has the call of a doubleheader over there tonight. Mitchell is at Yankton. Sioux Falls Roosevelt visits number 4 Rapid City Stevens. Number 3 Brandon Valley is at Brookings, and Aberdeen Central will visit Sioux Falls Lincoln. The Spearfish girls are off tonight as they won last night down in Hill City by 6 points, so they are off until next Friday, I believe. So that is your matchup menu tonight for high school girls basketball across the Black Hills Conference and the area. Our matchup menu being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council. And tonight's game officials, it's time for the law on the court. That's being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. We have our 3 officials right here in midcourt. They have the backs to us, but I know who they are. Matt Gottlieb, also Matt Kemp from Spearfish, and also from Spearfish, Dalton Wademan, former Spearfish Spartan football coach, former BHSU football player, and currently, like he doesn't have anything else to do, he is the Spearfish High School Athletic Director. So Mr. Gottlieb, Mr. Kemp, and Mr. Wademan are the officials for tonight's contest as we have our officials introduction. And those are tonight's game officials. The law on the court being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection as we're back on the airwaves tonight on 980 and 103.5 and also at KDSJ-TV.
Yes, I'm really excited for this one. I wonder if the officials that were assigned for this game, they couldn't find another mat, so I guess they called up Mr. Wademan and be like, hey, you're not busy tonight. You might as well come ref some basketball. So, no, I'm just ready to get this one going. I know we're running a little bit behind schedule, as in almost an hour at this point. But, no, we hear the buzzer. We're getting ready to get rolling here with some high school varsity basketball action of tonight's doubleheader of basketball right here on KDSJ Radio and also on KDSJ-TV.
Again, the New Underwood Tigers averaging about 28 points per game. Lead-Deadwood averaging 25 points per game. So points may be at a minimum tonight, but we'll see who comes out on top in this inter-class matchup between the Gold Diggers and the New Underwood Tigers. Veteran head coach for the New Underwood Tigers, Dallas Richter, and he goes up against first-year girls basketball coach in Chad McCarty. And he has some assistant coaches that are huddling the girls up here in the pregame. And again, our Lead-Deadwood High School pep band is with us tonight. We're going to be able to feature them here, I believe, if we get our mic set up. And we'll be able to have them featured here in our national anthem that's coming up. Sometimes high schools have the pep band play, sometimes they don't. And when they do play, we like to feature them with what they practiced and into the national anthem here. So we'll wait for Mr. Campbell to give us the heads up over there. Thanks to our sponsors this sports season as we already into 2025 and the first full week of the new year. Thanks to Granite Automotive, Fisher Sand and Gravel, Pill and Optical, and by Powder River Energy. We'll have our starting lineups coming up, being brought to you by Dana Dental Arts. And then our countdown to tip-off will expire here before 6 p.m., being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair, with locations in Spearfish and Sturgis.
The LDHS band performs our national anthem. To show proper respect, please remove any hats, face the flag, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart.
And that is the Lead-Deadwood High School pep band with our national anthem tonight. Thank you to all the students for that. And we'll have our opening tip and the starting lineups coming up next after this 1-minute timeout on KDSJ Sports.
Granite. Go team. Go Granite. Buick, Nissan, GMC. Rapid City. Click drivegranite.com.
For nearly 50 years, Low Roofing Incorporated has been the trusted name in commercial roofing across western South Dakota and eastern Wyoming. Family owned and operated since 1975, they bring quality craftsmanship and reliable service to every project, big or small. From repairs to new installations, Low Roofing Incorporated covers it all. Protect your business with the experts who care and products that last. Call 1-800-658-4543. Low Roofing Incorporated, building a legacy of trust, one roof at a time.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts in Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
And welcome back to Lead-Deadwood High School Girls Basketball, the first game of our doubleheader tonight, as the New Underwood Tigers are in town to take on the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers. In this inter-class matchup, we'll start first with the starting lineups for our visiting team up on the scoreboard, the New Underwood Tigers. They'll be starting with number 3, a junior guard, Alyssa Scott. Number 10 will be Miranda Poorbear. She is a junior guard at 5'6". Emily Scott is a freshman guard at 5'6". Getting the start will be number 12, Cassie Chambliss. She is a senior forward at 5'6". And Olivia Carmichael, a sophomore guard at 5'6". So not much height there for the New Underwood Tigers as they go 5'6", 5'6", 5'6", 5'6", and you guessed it, 5'6". All 5 girls at the same height as they go with a junior, freshman, senior, and sophomore. And for the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, they'll be starting this way. Piper Rogers will get the start as she starts there wearing number 2, a senior guard at 5'4". Also getting the start will be Taylor Hansen. She is a senior forward at 5'7". Getting the start will be Emily Farmer. She is a senior forward at 5'3". And I think we'll go all seniors tonight as Delaney Manson, a senior center at 5'8". And Jersey Arts getting the start. She is a senior guard / forward at 5'3". So the height for the Gold Diggers at 5'4", 5'7", 5'3". 5'8" is the tallest girl in the starting lineup, and Jersey Arts at 5'3". Gold Diggers starting all 5 seniors as the New Underwood Tigers under head coach Dallas Richter, and the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers under first-year head coach Chad McCarty. As we're ready to tip things off, we do so at 5:55 p.m. Dalton Wademan in the center circle tosses it up, and the New Underwood Tigers win the tip. As our countdown to tip-off was being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair with locations in Spearfish and Sturgis. Jersey Arts tries to go for the steal on the far side of the floor, but runs out of real estate and goes out of bounds. So on the sideline, it'll be brought in by the New Underwood Tigers, one of their starters, Olivia Carmichael, a sophomore guard at 5'6". A couple of these girls do play a little bit taller than 5'6", as they always got some good post players for the New Underwood Tigers. Lead-Deadwood going to have to get it done defensively, limit their turnovers tonight on the offensive side. As Lead-Deadwood starting off in the girl-to-girl defense, as New Underwood has the basketball, shot clock down to 12. They get it down into the post, nothing going there. Outside to the elbow, jump shot is no good. That time by Chambliss. Offensive rebound is put back up and in for the New Underwood Tigers, despite the size disadvantage that they have. Carmichael is able to get a bucket there on the second chance points.
Now this will be a key for Lead-Deadwood is this press, how well they'll be able to break the press. And right there they were able to break the press, but then being able to get back and get into half-court offense while keeping their composure.
They've struggled against that said press throughout the season, as this is game number 7 for Lead-Deadwood. They are yet to win a game this season. They went winless last season as well. And this is a matchup of Class A Lead-Deadwood against Class B New Underwood. Lead-Deadwood plays a lot of Class B schools this year, from teams like Ulrichs to Newell, Phillip, Kadoka. A couple smaller schools in Wyoming that they saw at the state line shootout. They played Harding County earlier this season here at home. Harding County undefeated on the season. Kadoka area undefeated on the year, so they have played some good competition. 6:38 left to play here, first quarter. We're just underway here at the main gym in Lead. Three-pointer on the way for New Underwood. That's going to be no good. And the defensive rebound by the senior, Madsen. Madsen looks down the floor. She'll get it off to Taylor Hansen. Hansen started playing as an 8th grader under her dad, who was the head coach at the time, Tim Hansen. Taylor has it, picks up her dribble. Now looking around and loses the basketball. Here comes New Underwood Tigers. High dribble there by Alyssa Scott, and it goes into the corner, now back outside. Trying to rotate the basketball over here to Poor Bear, and we'll have a foul. 6:05 left to play here in the first quarter. We'll see if it's in the process of shooting.
Yeah, I believe it is, and they're going to catch Delaney Madsen for her first foul.
So Madsen picks up the second foul of the game, the first on her. First free throw by Poor Bear is going to be no good. The junior guard.
Both teams, again, they both struggle on the offensive board, trying to get points offensively, as the second free throw falls in for Poor Bear. But both teams struggle offensively. It'll be interesting to see what team gets in a rhythm, if either team gets in a rhythm. And even right there, as you can see, Lead-Deadwood breaking the press, but just rushing to get to the basket, as Jersey Arts throws that one past the baseline, out of bounds.
So now Lead-Deadwood will welcome New Underwood with a press here. Piper Rogers, Hansen, and Arts in the backcourt, trying to draw a trap. That leaves Madsen there to tip the ball away, and she gets it. Now comes into the front court. Jersey Arts trying to go up a pass over top of her defender. It was deflected. taken away, and now here comes the New Underwood Tigers. A wide open three-pointer by Poor Bear, not going to take it. And now here's Alyssa Scott. She'll shoot the three. No good. Battles for the rebound. Grabs her offensive board. Good hustle by Scott. And then I believe a reach-in foul we're going to have.
Yeah, I think they're going to catch Jersey Arts with a reach-in foul, as looks like Arts might have been just a little bit still disgruntled from that turnover, and playing tough defense, it's really easy to get yourself really worked up after making a mistake like that, and see if she can stay in the game without fouling out.
Playing defense with your hands instead of your feet, not the way it works. 3-0 Lead-Deadwood trails here with about 3 minutes gone by. As the Gold Diggers way too far underneath the basket. Piper Rogers' shot is partially blocked. And then we're going to have a tie-up and a jump ball with the possession arrow going to the Gold Diggers since the New Underwood Tigers won the tip.
Yeah, as it just seems like right now Lead-Deadwood, they're just trying to force things that are not there. As I know you're trying to get your first win in a while. Here's a three-pointer in the corner that's partially blocked by Delaney Madsen. But there just seems to be rushing offensively, trying to throw passes into spots that aren't open or not making good passes to open teammates. So it'll be interesting to see, again, if they can rebound and be able to keep their calm. As Madsen with the rebound, Taylor Hansen has the ball knocked out of her arms, and now we have an entire squad substitution, it looks like, for Lead-Deadwood, as all 5 seniors for Lead-Deadwood will take a seat. And let's go over some new numbers into the game. We have number 14, that is Izzy Wiegand. Wiegand's out there. We see Hannah Hansen. She has the basketball, tries to get the shot up off the glass, no good. The follow-up, no good by Bertrand. Some of those girls that have just checked in, along with Nakaya Black out there. She usually starts, but tonight being senior night, she'll take second to the seniors as she intercepts a pass here on defense. So we also have Wiegand, Bertrand, Hansen. And also checking in that last time was Allie Eastman, one of their better players, as a sophomore forward at 5'4". We have a quick timeout here called by the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, and we'll take a break as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on KDSJ Sports.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
Glad you're along with us tonight for high school hoops. The first game of our doubleheader between New Underwood and Lead-Deadwood is in the first quarter. We got started almost an hour behind schedule for this. And we're going to have a foul called here on Lead-Deadwood. That will be their 4th foul of this first quarter. We're only about halfway through this first frame. That's going to be the first personal foul on Isabella Wiegand. Jersey Arts had a couple of fouls, so she's on the bench right now along with the rest of the starters. So the second string out there for Lead-Deadwood trying to prove a point and trying to get them on the scoreboard as Gold Diggers trail 3-0 with 3:46 left to play here in the first. Second free throw is up and a high arcer, no good. Offensive rebound by the New Underwood Tigers, but taken away by Eastman. Eastman up the floor, dribbles with the right hand, then way off the glass, no good. One of the Tigers hits the mat. And then it's recovered here by the Tigers. Lead-Deadwood trying to be feisty on defense and wreak some havoc, but a little out of control as they left the post player open, and a bucket goes there by the Tigers, number 12, Cassie Chambliss. Now, New Underwood being a Class B team, they probably don't quite have the depth as other teams, as Lead-Deadwood has already played 10 players. And let's see, it'll remain Tigers basketball as they will end it inbounded over there by the corner, far corner at the end of the New Underwood bench. Here's another steal, this time by Black, I believe. Yes, Nakia Black, and she gets the hoop and the harm. So she got everything to go there. Picked off the pass, went in and drew the foul, hit the bucket, and now the Gold Diggers are on the scoreboard with 3:08 left to play in the first quarter. Nakia Black at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play, and it'll be no good. She almost was going to get a lane violation anyway, I think, if she made that free throw. So we play on. Live basketball here, under 3 minutes left to go, first quarter. New Underwood, usually pretty fundamental sound under head coach Dallas Richter. Three-pointer, it's an open three. That's going to not be good there by New Underwood's Emily Scott, a freshman. And at the other end, New Underwood with the steal. Let's see if they can get that dribble down, and they do. Get it under control.
Yeah, just right now, Lead-Deadwood still rushing things offensively. Able to get a stop on defense, but then you go to the other side, thought you had a fast break opportunity, and you throw it straight to New Underwood.
And the shot is up and no good by the Tigers. Offensive rebound. They've had way too many of those if you're a Gold Digger fan. They've just been hitting the glass right there to follow their shots. The New Underwood Tigers under head coach Dallas Richter and assisted by Brady Carmichael. Chad McCarty heading up the Lead-Deadwood Gold Digger program for the first season. Had assistant coaches Peyton McCreary Storms, Stephanie Wiegand, and Lily McCarty. We see athletic trainer Cree Bowen is over there as well. If anybody needs an extra tape or somebody gets bloodied up. Cree working for Monument Health. And the second free throw, no good. Almost had to change the light bulb. That was so high arcer. And then here's Madsen. Madsen dribbling it. Probably not what you want her to do. So she gets rid of it. And Lead-Deadwood now circles the wagons. And the free throw is blocked. Piper Rogers had that blocked by the New Underwood Tiger. And it's still 5-2. We expected low scoring tonight, though, with 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Two teams that struggle offensively, as both teams only average in the 20s for points per game. Shot up, no good by Hansen. A weak side rebound is there by the Tigers. Tigers having difficulty getting across half court, but they do. Here's an open three. Let's see if she knocks it down. It is. The post player steps back, hits the triple, and that would be number 21 coming in off the bench. Jocelyn Fulton, the sophomore forward, the tallest girl on the team at 6'2". She nails the three.
And the tallest player on the team and also the tallest player on the floor for either team, as her height and also her ball skill is definitely an advantage for the Tigers in that department.
So it'll be 1:21 left to go, first quarter. 8-2 advantage New Underwood as Lead-Deadwood puts the press on again. Trying to get that trap here at half court. Underneath, the layup is missed, but contact there by Lead-Deadwood. Not allowing an easy layup, so the layup was missed and will shoot two free throws. And at the line for the Tigers will be number 12, Cassie Chambliss. One of two seniors on the roster, the forward at 5'6", will go to the free throw line. She's had one field goal so far. She misses her first free throw. Check it in for the Tigers. She started the game. Alyssa Scott is back in, as she will check in for Olivia Carmichael. So a junior in, a sophomore goes out. Second free throw is good by Chambliss.
And we'll see if Lead-Deadwood, if they can somewhat find a rhythm, as again, they're able to break the press, but about this point, they start getting rushed, and then right there, it's getting knocked out of bounds. Again, you're trying to do too much. You're trying to get the offense rolling. It seems like nothing's working for you really. The looks are there. You just seems like that they're missing them inside.
Lead-Deadwood has it. Madsen trying to go across the paint to the other side. That pass is taken away as Lead-Deadwood has more turnovers than points currently. Trailing 9-2 here in the first quarter. Ball gets moved over to Poorbear. Poorbear, good athlete, dribbles in and lays it up and in for 2 points for the junior guard, Miranda Poorbear. Now Lead-Deadwood comes down the floor, but they will travel with it just across half court. They take too many steps without putting the dribble down, and we have our line change. So back into the ball game, the second string tonight. It is Black along with Addie Eastman. Checking back in will be Hannah Hansen. Also Alyssa Olvostad and Ava Bertrand. So a little bit younger girls, but second string tonight with it being senior night. I think actually this rotation has been better. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot is up and no good. Follow is good. They get another offensive rebound and make the Gold Diggers pay as Poor Bear with the bucket. Tigers lead at 13-2. 10 seconds left to play first quarter.
Just seems like right now Lead-Deadwood's not doing a good job of boxing out at all underneath. And that's giving New Underwood multiple chances at second chance opportunities. Yes, you got 6'2" Jocelyn Fulton on the team for New Underwood, but she's not been doing most of the damage when it comes to those offensive boards. All the 5'6" girls are just doing a better job of boxing out compared to Lead-Deadwood.
Addie Eastman had a good look there for Lead-Deadwood right before the buzzer, but it was off the mark. And the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers do get 2 points from Nakaya Block off the bench as the Gold Diggers down 13-2 after the first frame. You're listening to High School Girls Basketball as part of a Friday night doubleheader on KDSJ Sports. We'll be back with your second quarter in 1 minute.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of Pillin Optical. Since 1974, Pillin has dedicated its business to serving the community with quality eye care at a great price. The inventory has grown, giving you the widest selection of frames while maintaining the best prices for your family eye care needs. Your family is special, and Pillin Optical wants you to enjoy every minute clearly with them. After all, at Pillin Optical, quality eye care and customer service is the most important thing next to your sight. Pillin Optical, family owned for 50 years, 409 Kansas City Street.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Powder River Energy, serving Northeast Wyoming since 1946.
And welcome back to live action for the start of the second quarter. Both teams exchanging field goals here in the first 30 seconds. And then Lead-Deadwood turns the ball over on their next possession. So it's 15-4 as we get things reset. Here's a steal by Eastman. Eastman drives in, has it partially blocked, then grabs it. Good athlete. She's a good trackster, a rodeo queen, and basketball player, making it on the varsity level this year. That ball will go out of bounds. Mr. Gottlieb says it will be last touched by New Underwood. So the Gold Diggers will keep it right underneath their own basket as they set up the inbounds play with Nakaya Black. I believe she's going to touch the basketball here. She does right now, and she's going to shoot it, and she's going to miss a three-pointer just off the mark. Rebounded by the Tigers. No Gold Diggers in there to box out and rebound, so the Tigers just have to get a hold of it, and down the floor they go. As the Tigers have it over on the left wing. Three-pointer on the way, that's off the mark, no good. Hustling for the basketball off of one of the Tigers, and it'll go to Lead-Deadwood.
Let's update you guys on some scores from the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard in Class AA and girls basketball action. Mitchell leading Yankton 34-26. Watertown leading number 1 O'Gorman 17-13 there in the second quarter.
Bertrand with it, turnaround shot, just rolls off the front of the rim, would not get over the rim and go through the hoop. And now here is New Underwood. They make that extra pass across the floor to break the press to Emily Scott. Then a quick pass into the post, no good. They get another offensive rebound, making Lead-Deadwood pay. Three-pointer is good. And that is Olivia Carmichael hitting the triple. That's 2 3-pointers made by New Underwood, and it all started with an extra pass and then boxing out and getting an offensive rebound. and setting your feet and hitting the three.
And right there, Lead-Deadwood, they've had open opportunities to break this press the entire night. They're just not making the pass. Whenever it be someone open and they're either air-mailing the pass or not having a good pass that's getting deflected and into the arms of New Underwood, or they're just flat throwing it to girls that are not open right now.
And in the backcourt, way back at the baseline will be a foul called on Lead-Deadwood. They are playing the press. Yeah, Lead-Deadwood just not catching the ball. 6:04 left to play, second quarter. As the Tigers getting in, Lead-Deadwood would go with the press. It's picked off by Arts as the starters are back in now for Lead-Deadwood. That includes Arts and also Hansen. Isabella Wiegand stays in there. Delaney Matson's in there for a post player. Piper Rogers is in there for Lead-Deadwood. Gold Diggers in the home white jerseys this evening with Diggers across the front in maroon. And another errant pass goes out of bounds. And the only one to catch that was the assistant coach for the New Underwood Tigers, as it's 18-4 in favor of the Tigers. 5:48 left to play here, second quarter. New Underwood going with the road jerseys. That would be purple. And they travel with it coming out of the inbounds play. Purple and some yellow. Little NU on the corner of the shorts. And the white numbers for the road team, the Tigers. And Tigers in white across the front. Inside, Madsen with her back to the basket, puts up the shot, no good. And then we will have a foul, I believe, on the floor. And it's going to be called on the Tigers.
Now, that was a good job getting the ball into Madsen that time, as she's had a few open opportunities. They just haven't been able to get the ball to Madsen really at all. See if they can do something on this inbounds play.
Usually by now, Jersey Arts would have shot or maybe made a three-pointer, but she hasn't shot the ball very much because Lead-Deadwood has continued to throw the ball away. It hasn't been the fundamentals of traveling or double dribbling or offensive fouls. It's just been bad passes right now for Lead-Deadwood. Credit a good New Underwood defense to get into the passing lane and deflect a lot of these balls. But some of those Lead-Deadwood could have caught as they're just not getting to the basketball and they're just watching it fly by. Here's another post move inside. Layup is no good by New Underwood. And we do have a defensive rebound here by the Gold Diggers. Bring the ball right down the middle of the floor. Here comes Piper Rogers with nobody gonna stop her. And one girl does get in a little bit of her way. Little hip check there. And that will be a foul on New Underwood. That will be their second team foul. It's the first personal on Lily Albers. The second on her, I guess. So Lily goes out with the 2 fouls. She is a bench player. Here's the bounce pass into Madsen. She has it blocked. Maybe use a pump fake. Madsen still has it. Here's a three-pointer, this time by Arts. That's no good. Rebounded here by the New Underwood Tigers. They have the numbers. Nice bounce pass across the lane. It's missed by Chambliss. Offensive rebound there by the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers. Number 14, Isabella Wiegand checks in. She gets the rebound, goes back out to Hansen. Hansen throws it over. Here's the catch, but then a travel before the shot. Turnover on the Gold Diggers as they trail 18-4 in this second quarter. That creeps along because we've had a lot of turnovers, a lot of passes thrown out of bounds, and we've had 4 fouls between the two teams. Full court press put on by Lead-Deadwood as well. And tipping the ball away is Madsen. So now New Underwood will inbound it here in this near side. Alyssa Scott will inbound it into the front court. She looks around for a teammate to come open. There she is. Three-pointer on the way by Scott is good. So the Scott to Scott connection. Emily Scott, the freshman guard, hits the three-pointer. That is the third made three by the New Underwood Tigers. And Scott's first points. Lead-Deadwood with it. They get into a trap. Now they get it over to Black, who misses the layup, and then she's bailed out by one of the New Underwood Tigers. That's going to be Piper Rogers with it. She missed the shot, but 2 free throws coming up. That foul is going to be called on number 20, Lily Albers. No, that was just Lily picking up the foul before. Number 21 is going to be called for the foul. That is Jocelyn Fulton, the sophomore post player, picks up her first. So she'll check out, and coming back into the game will be Miranda Porbear. Piper missed the first free throw. Second free throw on the way is good. She missed that first one badly, but come back and hit the free throw. Lead-Deadwood with the steal. Credit the press there. Wiegand gets it over to Rogers. Her jumper no good, and then Madsen with the offensive rebound, and she'll be fouled. With 3:48 left to play, second quarter, Gold Diggers down by 16 points, 21-5.
But now you start to see those past few possessions on offense and on defense for Lead-Deadwood. They're starting to find the open man. They're starting to be able to make turnovers, really get in good position to make a play offensively and defensively, as you saw right there on that press, as Delaney Madsen able to step in front of a New Underwood Tiger to force a turnover, and now she's at the charity stripe.
First free throw no good. Second free throw is good for Madsen. So we get her into the scoring column, one of 3 girls that have scored. Rogers has a free throw. Madsen with the free throw. The only field goal so far has been by Black. And here's a steal, and Piper Rogers lays it up and in for 2. And then we're going to have a timeout called by head coach Dallas Richter and the New Underwood Tigers, as Lead-Deadwood getting 4 unanswered points here, and they still trail 21-8 as we play in the second quarter of this high school girls basketball non-conference affair. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KDSJ Local Sports.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
I'm Cody Oliver with KDSJ Radio. Clayson Davis also here tonight with KDSJ-TV, manning things over there on our YouTube channel. And you can watch the game for free through KDSJ-TV. The layup is good for the New Underwood Tigers. Almost got too deep underneath the basket. Well, making this shot was Alyssa Scott, and that is going to be her first field goal of the evening. There's now been 6 different Tigers that have scored, and they've totaled up 23 points here. We have a foul on New Underwood, and already in the bonus with 3 minutes left to go here before halftime. Going to the free throw line will be Piper Rogers. She'll be shooting 2. First free throw is up and good. We no longer have the 1-and-1 bonus, and they reset the fouls after each quarter. So 5 fouls on New Underwood here in this second quarter sends Rogers to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Mr. Wademan will bounce the basketball to her. She'll take a couple dribbles her own and shoot it and make it. So 3 straight makes by Piper Rogers at the free throw line, and Lead-Deadwood on a 6-2 run. And here's a layup by New Underwood. They did a great job of breaking the press and then finding the open girl underneath, and she's been there all night. Chambliss with the bucket there. Lead-Deadwood trying to break the press. Don't want to dribble into that trap as they get it to Arts. Arts bounce pass over to Madsen. Madsen in trouble. Finds the open girl. That's Rogers. Rogers has got the hot hand for a little bit now. So Piper Rogers with a couple of field goals. She's made 3 free throws, and the Gold Diggers down 25-12.
Then on the other end, a turnover by New Underwood, is now they're starting to try to rush through their press. They broke it a few times, gotten some easy shots. Now it almost seems like that they're trying to get to that spot almost too fast, as right there lead the New Underwood Tiger Chambliss just rushed and didn't catch the ball first.
Now the pass comes over here to Eastman. Now goes to Rogers. Rogers with a jump shot that's off the mark and rebounded there by Fulton. Fulton outlets it to her point guard, and that is Olivia Carmichael. Carmichael gets rid of it. The Tigers are doing a good job of moving the basketball around. So we actually have a good crowd on hand here on a Friday night heading into the weekend, as it is senior night for girls and boys. So parents, grandparents are in the house tonight. We got all the administrators here for Lead-Deadwood. Get a game in here tonight because you may not be able to get a game in the Lead-Deadwood area coming up tomorrow. So we'll hopefully get this one in, and then Gold Diggers will be back in action next week. Here is Eastman. Eastman dribbles it with the left hand. Oh, she took one extra dribble and double dribbled with it. She was kind of in the middle of, should I put it up for the shot or bounce pass it to a teammate? And now New Underwood has it. Throws it up over the defense to Poor Bear. Poor Bear being guarded there by Hansen as Lead-Deadwood goes back into the girl-to-girl D after the press. And then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. They're in front of the Gold Digger bench.
And right now, Lead-Deadwood, they're starting to settle down into their defensive press now. After they got it broke a few times, they're able to regroup and get back when the ball passes their respected zone in that press. And now let's see if they can set up something on offense.
Hansen with it, goes over to Eastman. Eastman now to Rogers, that's Piper. And the pass into traffic. And this will be staying with Lead-Deadwood, as they'll inbound it here from the near baseline. Madsen will get it in, goes to Rogers. Piper looks over the D. Now penetrating inside, bounce pass back out by Hansen. Over to Rogers, now to Eastman. 3 to go on the shot clock. Eastman for 3, no good. Defensive rebound there by the New Underwood Tigers. Boys game to follow tonight, probably about a 7:30 p.m. start time instead of the original 6:30 start, as we're running about an hour behind. 25-12, three-pointer on the way to extend that New Underwood lead. Goes off the mark, no good. Rebounded here by the Gold Diggers. Up ahead to Eastman. Eastman gets that dribble under control. Then back out to Hansen. Hansen to Rogers. Rogers on this near side of the paint. Goes to Hansen. Jump shot off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound is Rogers and Fulton will grab control of it.
Yeah, Fulton just at 6'2". Really hard to get her out from underneath the paint with a big body underneath, and especially when you don't box out Fulton, she's going to grab a rebound 9 times out of 10.
Well, we have substitution here for Lead-Deadwood. Jersey Arts checks back in, and she will take the place of Piper Rogers, so a senior in for a senior. 25-12 as the Gold Diggers down by 13. 12 seconds left to play here before halftime. New Underwood looking for the final shot. Shot clock is turned off, down to 3 seconds, down to 2. Pass goes inside to Poor Bear. It's partially blocked, and Lead-Deadwood denies New Underwood of a bucket there at the end of the first half of play. So it is New Underwood putting up 13 points in the first quarter, 12 points in the second quarter. Lead-Deadwood with just 12 points total, as it's New Underwood 25, Lead-Deadwood 12 at the break. We have the Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show coming up next, right here on KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, KDSJ980.com, as well as with the KDSJ Sports mobile app. And you can watch the game for free live tonight on KDSJ-TV. We're back with the halftime show in 2 minutes.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
American Colloid, a minerals technologies company, is not only part of the community we live in, they are the community. Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belle Fourche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together.
Of land comes with a lot of work. The new Kubota MX series has a lot to offer, including the versatility to mow, move hay bales, grade roads, and clear brush and snow. An optional spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. A front-end loader with excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and affordably priced. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. See Butte County Equipment, located on U.S. Highway 212, Belle Fourche, or go online to automotivecompanync.com. Jake's Collision Repair has built their reputation by offering the highest quality, guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers return again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
And good evening, sports fans from the Lead-Deadwood High School gym in Lead tonight. It is the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers hosting the New Underwood Tigers in a doubleheader tonight. The girls' game has reached halftime. It's 25-12 in favor of the New Underwood Tigers as the Class B squad has gone on the road and has a 13-point lead here at halftime. And it's our Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show. We'll send it over to Clayson Davis for a first half recap, and I'll put together some stats, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, thank you, Cody. As this game shaping up to pretty much be what we all thought it was going to be. Low-scoring defensive battle. Both teams struggled to get in a rhythm early on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. New Underwood was the first team to establish something offensively, got off some early shots, and then also able to stop Lead-Deadwood, get Lead-Deadwood really out of rhythm from the jump, as that press is something that the Gold Diggers have struggled with the entire year. New Underwood comes out with a said press, and right off the start, Lead-Deadwood had a hard time trying to control their own momentum and control the ball against that press. And also once Lead-Deadwood broke the press, they're just forcing things offensively that weren't there, as in throwing into not open spots, or just not making good passes that are easily being able to be stolen. As Lead-Deadwood started off the game, I believe there was only 2 points for Lead-Deadwood at the end of the first quarter. So struggling offensively was Lead-Deadwood at the start, but that's when in the second quarter I really started to heat up for Lead-Deadwood with Piper Rogers and Nakaya Black providing some sparks for the Lady Gold Diggers. They were able to get something going, get some sort of scoring on the board. New Underwood, they were pretty much being led all the way by Cassie Chambliss down underneath and the low post area. So she's just been camping out in that low post area on that press from Lead-Deadwood, as New Underwood's been able to break the press of Lead-Deadwood, and that's how they've been able to get up to a 25-12 halftime lead. In the second half, it'll be interesting to see if Lead-Deadwood will try to change anything, if they'll stick to the press, if they want to switch into something else. As it seems like when Lead-Deadwood tries to put the pressure on New Underwood turns around and puts the pressure right back on Lead-Deadwood.
Well, the New Underwood Tigers started the game with one senior, two juniors, one sophomore, and one freshman. Lead-Deadwood started all 5 seniors tonight because it is senior night. The second wave have come in for Lead-Deadwood, and they played 10 players, and at times that second string has done better than the first string, as they've been able to break the press more with Eastman and Black. And then for Lead-Deadwood, a lot of turnovers just on bad passes in that first half. The trap had something to do with it. Good defense by the New Underwood Tigers. Lead-Deadwood has had a little bit more success when they've gotten out in transition if they can beat New Underwood down the floor. But on the other side, New Underwood Tigers, if they missed a shot there in that first half, they were all over the boards and hitting that glass and cleaning things up. Let's have a look at your first half stats unofficially. The New Underwood Tigers led it after one quarter. We know that for sure. It was 13-2. Then in the second quarter, New Underwood outscores Lead-Deadwood 12-10 to set up our halftime score of 25-12 in favor of the New Underwood Tigers tonight. New Underwood did get 6 girls into the scoring column in the first half. 3 girls with 5 points apiece. Miranda Poorbear has 5 points. Also, Chambliss has 5, and Carmichael has 5. Those are a few of your starters. And then 3 points from Emily Scott. She's a starter. 3 points from Fulton off the bench. She's the tallest girl on the team at 6'2". She's your backup post player. And then 2 points from Alyssa Scott, a junior guard. The New Underwood Tigers hit 3 3-pointers in the first half. They made 2 free throws. For the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, we don't count their turnovers. I just don't have time to do that. The Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers did score had 3 girls into the scoring column. Rogers had 7 points, a couple of field goals, and 3 free throws. 2 points from Nakaya Black. And then let's see, we have Madsen with a point from the free throw line. Lead-Deadwood had 4 field goals in the first half, just 2 points in the first quarter. They did get 10 points in the second quarter as they're down by 13 at halftime, 25-12. And again, Piper Rogers, one of the seniors, leading the way for them with 7 points. Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, this is their 7th game of the season and looking for win number 1 this year, while the New Underwood Tigers have 1 win and 3 losses so far as they get into game number 5. Thanks to some more of our sponsors this evening as Low Roofing, also thanks to the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish, and also to the Auto Doctor. We'll take a break, come on back, and have a look at our matchup menu and the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard coming up next in 60 seconds on KDSJ Sports.
For over 10 years, Allied Construction has been a trusted name in the Black Hills, providing top-quality construction services to our local community. We take pride in being a local business with deep roots in the area. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust us to deliver exceptional results on every project. Our team is dedicated to providing personalized service, ensuring your project gets the attention and expertise it deserves.
Check out their website today. Click alliedconstruction.com or find them on Facebook. It's not 1, but 2 great locations in Spearfish to gas up and get what you need on the go. Exit 8 and Exit 14 Speedy Marts offer everything you need so you can get in and get out and get back on the road. Find your favorite snacks and a cold drink, or maybe something fresh from the kitchen or in the cold case. It's all homemade right here. And Exit 8 and Exit 14 offers top-tier fuels from Phillips 66, so you get the most from your transportation. Exit 8 and 14 Speedy Marts in Spearfish. Right off the road, right on the money.
Do-it-yourself made easy with help from Proline Equipment Rentals in Belfouche. Whether you're a full-fledged contractor or just taking care of some jobs around your home, Proline has the equipment you need. Lifts for any job, like scissor lifts, boom lifts, and man lifts. Skid steers, trenchers, backhoes, and more. Step inside to find smaller tools for do-it-yourself projects like concrete work, painting, sewer repair, and more. Call 723-7677, click ProlineEquipmentRentals.com, or stop by off North Highway 85 in Belfouche today.
And as we finish up our Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show, thanks to Wolf's for being our sponsor of our halftime shows throughout the sports season. As we get into the second half of play, Lead-Deadwood gets the scoring started by Piper Rogers hitting the bucket, as Lead-Deadwood trails now by 11, 25-14, as they get the first 2 points here of the second half. We'll check out that Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard here in just a few moments, as a three-pointer is hit by Poor Bear at the other end for the New Underwood Tigers, their fourth made three-pointer of the night.
And that has been the one advantage, definite advantage that New Underwood has had, as right there they're able to set up a trap through the press and get the Tigers another possession. But the three-point shooting from the Tigers has been deadly from downtown here in Lead tonight, as that looks to continue the second half, and this game could get out of hand in a hurry if New Underwood stays hot from behind the arc.
Chambliss and Poor Bear have really been the sparks offensively for the Tigers this evening, as Poor Bear has a good shot. She is a junior. Chambliss is a senior. And you can just tell they have more of the fundamentals than Lead-Deadwood does on the offensive glass, getting those rebounds with the press, being in the right spot to get that trap. And then here this evening, shooting the ball better from long range. 30-14 as we get into this third quarter, gets settled in here. And Clayson will take care of the Junix scoreboard whenever we get a chance here. We'll send it over to him for that. As we have live ball here with Madsen getting the defensive rebound here for the Tigers. And now Arts with a bad pass intended for Madsen. It'll be picked off here by New Underwood. The Tigers get the ball down the floor as they go right to left here in this second half. Fulton has it. Looks over to Scott. Scott not going to take the shot. Here's Carmichael for three. Off the mark. Madsen with another rebound. She's kind of quiet. Doesn't score a whole lot of points, but she's in there to get those defensive boards and then gets the offense going as she gets rid of it to a point guard. First time out there is Emily Farmer here in the second half. Her shot no good. She's one of 5 seniors on the roster for Lead-Deadwood. Pass goes inside, and she's been there all night long. Cassie Chambliss, the senior forward. Coach Richter said, just go plant your 2 feet there at that bottom block, and we'll get it to you almost every possession. And she's been able to have 9 points tonight. At the other end, Lead-Deadwood shot is up and missed. Madsen there with another rebound. Her second chance is no good. And we have a foul underneath by the Tigers with 5:15 left to play here in the third quarter. On the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, it's the Tigers 32 and the Gold Diggers 14. Speaking of the Junix scoreboard, here's Clayson Davis.
Start off with some Class AA action as Rapid City Christian in Sturgis tonight, as the Comets leading Sturgis Lady Scoopers after the end of the first quarter 16-14. Mitchell over Yankton 54-35. Number 3 Brandon Valley taking care of Brookings 39-13. O'Gorman, number 1 in girls Class AA, on ahead of Watertown 33-25. Jefferson and Rapid City Central and Sioux Falls Jefferson yet to play tonight, as well as Lincoln, Aberdeen Central, Rapid City Stevens hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt. In the Class A action, Hill City currently leading Phillip in a good one at halftime there in Phillip, 28-20, as the Hill City Rangers coming off of a 6-point loss to Spearfish last night. Little Wound in a close one over Dupree tonight, 48-46. And in Class B action, we don't have any. Wall over Jones County, 40-35 tonight. That's look at some sports. We've got a college football playoff score update.
Okay.
7-0 Ohio State over Texas in the second quarter.
That is down in Jerry's World tonight, down in Dallas.
There for the Cotton Bowl.
32-14, the New Underwood Tigers lead by 18 points. Fulton was down on the ground wrestling around a little bit ago for the New Underwood Tigers. She wears some glasses. I was afraid maybe she would have the glasses get knocked off or broken, but she's tougher than a $2 steak and able to jump out of there and get back. And she didn't even have to go out of the game. Here's a three-pointer from the corner pocket. Nail it Count all 3 of them for Nakia Black. Coming in off the bench, Black has 5 points tonight. The first made 3-pointer by the Gold Diggers is not by Jersey Arts. It's by Nakia Black.
Let's see if that gives Nakia Black and Lead-Deadwood some momentum, as right now their offensive sets are just flat not working, as New Underwood's been able just to do that the entire night. When you have a 6'2" girl on 5'10", the height advantage from 6'2" will get you every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Fulton, a nice post move there as well. She caught it, and then it went underneath the hoop and laid it up and in for 2. So she was under control there while she did that. Fulton coming in off the bench, getting some good minutes here for the Tigers, the sophomore for New Underwood. And despite hitting her head on the floor and almost having her glasses knocked off of her, she is tough, and she's been showing it here this evening. Now here's Poor Bear. She takes a few dribbles. Nobody's going to stop her from dribbling, and she goes in and makes a layup. Oh, my.
Yeah, no one cared to really get in front of the ball carrier going to the basket, and, you know, it's pretty easy to get points when the defense stops playing defense.
Back-to-back hoops here for Nakia Black. It's like a quarterback running for a first down, and then maybe he's going to slide and just be happy with that. No, she went all the way in. Nobody's going to stop her, so I might as well get a touchdown out of it. 36-19, a 17-point lead here for New Underwood, as they're getting it done on both ends of the floor here, scoring 11 points in the second half. The shot is up and no good, and a rebound there by Lead-Deadwood. They outlet it down the floor. Here's Black. She's had the hot hand, and the middle layup is missed. Piper Rogers had it going for the little bit for Lead-Deadwood there in that second quarter. Nakia Black has the momentum for Lead-Deadwood here in the third, but unfortunately for the Gold Diggers, they're down by 17 points here in the third frame. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Off the mark, no good. A long rebound is corralled by the Tigers.
And that's also been another story of the day, is just rebounding in general, as Lead-Deadwood not able to really get anything going as far as rebounds-wise. They've pretty much abandoned boxing out, as now it's just trying to find something to move forward with at this point, as Eastman with the turnover and then with the quick foul. And right now, if for Lead-Deadwood, you need to be able to find something that just works, simply, either on offense or on defense, something that works to build upon.
They went empty possession, turn the ball over, and commit a foul within the span of about 5 seconds. And now a little bit of a press has been brought on here by Lead-Deadwood, but New Underwood makes one pass, gets it over top. The Tigers will go over to Fulton. Fulton makes a nice, strong pass over here to the side. If that was Lead-Deadwood doing that, they probably lose it out of bounds, is the way things have gone tonight. New Underwood has been able to pass the ball around the perimeter as they do, and a wide-open three-pointer is going to be off the mark this time by Emily Scott. Now here comes Eastman out of control, misses the layup, and here comes the Tigers with the rebound. Here's Poor Bear, calm, cool, and collective. As she gets it across the timeline, now goes over here to Carmichael, but her pass is deflected, and then it's intercepted by Bertrand. Whoever had that deflection won't get credit for the steal, but it was all Lead-Deadwood. It helped with that deflection first, and Eastman's three-pointer, not enough oomph on that one, and it was airmailed and out of bounds. 36-19, she had a good look, but didn't have enough strength on that. So 1:22 left to play here, third quarter. 36-19. Now, New Underwood only averages 28 points per game. They've already eclipsed that as they're trying to get their second win of the season. They had 4 wins last year. Lead-Deadwood had 0. One of those wins last year came over Lead-Deadwood in a close game. Underneath, a blocking foul called by Lead, not getting into position there on the bottom block in time. I believe it's going to be Bertrand. We'll double check here. Number 40, yes, 40. First foul on her, third team foul on the Diggers, one team foul on New Underwood here in this quarter. Fulton makes the extra pass over here to Emily Scott. Scott now goes over to Carmichael. How do these girls get so wide open? Another three is no good. Diggers were lucky there. She didn't swish that. Now Fulton is hurt again on the baseline. She's going to take a little bit to get up here. And this time she's going to go out of the game. She has worked hard, too. She's earned her minutes out there on the floor. She's been banged around, hit on the floor. This time it looks like she kind of rolled or twisted her ankle. So she's going to get a little bit of a rest. But good job by the post player off the bench for New Underwood. And a loose ball on the floor. Here comes the Tigers. And the Tigers get the ball coming across half court. They've owned this time of possession, and they've owned the points here in the third quarter. Shot is up and no good as they've outscored Lead-Deadwood 11-7 in this third frame. Bertrand is out there for Lead-Deadwood along with Piper Rogers. Also have Wiegand and then Arts and I believe Black. Yep. So that's your 5 for Lead-Deadwood in the home white. Rogers gets rid of it, goes to Arts. Arts is banged around there by a New Underwood Tiger. And we'll have a foul on the Tigers. That stops the clock, shuts off the shot clock as well. Third team foul here of the third quarter. Third personal called on the New Underwood Tigers, Lily Albers. Here is Bertrand. Didn't quite turn around and square it up there, so she missed the shot. Loose ball on the rebound. We will have a jump ball, says Mr. Wademan. And the ball will go back to the Tigers. Lead-Deadwood staying in this full court press, trying to get a quick steal. And New Underwood's just been able to throw the ball right over top as the Tigers get it across half court. Now New Underwood, right straight out from the three-point arc. Nakaya Black with the defense. Comes over here to Emily Scott. Now the pass over to Alyssa Scott, puts up the shot, and it scores. Alyssa Scott's second bucket. And the New Underwood Tigers, it all started with getting that pass over the press, and then after squaring things up there behind the arc, making a couple extra passes, and Alyssa Scott with the bucket for the Tigers as they're on the prowl. They lead at 38-19, doubling up the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers after 3 quarters. We have your fourth quarter coming up next in 1 minute on KDSJ Sports.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
As we start off the fourth and final frame here at the Lead-Deadwood High School gym, the New Underwood Tigers, the Class B squad, out in front of the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers 38-19. Looking back at the third quarter scoring, Lead-Deadwood did start off the scoring with Piper Rogers with the bucket, and then Nakaya Black followed that, but only 9 points in the quarter for Lead-Deadwood, 13 for New Underwood. New Underwood's been pretty consistent tonight, 13, 12, and 13 points through the 3 quarters.
And that's been a pretty big reason as 3-pointers.
New Underwood hits that one. Did you get who made that?
Believe. In fact, I'll just check that one out on our Tropical Smoothie Sports replay on KDSJ-TV.
As we do have a dead ball right now in front of the Gold Digger
That
bench.
was Alyssa Scott nailing the tray.
Thank you.
Start the fourth quarter.
Good product placement there as well with Tropical Smoothie replay tonight on KDSJ-TV.
It's one of our new sponsors that we have new with us with KDSJ Sports here in 2025. Got a few more new ones as well that joined us here this week, and looking forward to getting a lot more here throughout this winter.
Thanks to Butte Electric, West River Cooperative Telephone, Grand Electric, also on board here for high school hoops. We'll have college women's and men's basketball back on the airwaves tomorrow afternoon as the Yellow Jackets. The women's team is still undefeated in conference play at 5-0. The men picked up a nice victory last night, but a good MSU Denver team will be coming in. The men's team is really good. They're in the top 25. That doubleheader tomorrow from the Young Center. If you want to get out of the snow, head to the Young Center tomorrow. Women at 1, the men at 3. If you would decide just not to go to the game and listen to the game on the radio, you can do that. Steve Emmerman with the call here on KDSJ 980, 103.5, KDSJ980.com, and with the KDSJ mobile app. A lot of people will be out there plowing tomorrow, and those old plow trucks with the AM only, that comes in handy. And here's the second free throw by Fulton. She makes them both. Fulton off the bench. She has now 7 points. May not seem like a lot, but she's been doing a lot of things defensively. Tallest girl on the floor. Blocking a lot of shots just like that one on there, but she's going to get called for the foul. She thought she had a nice clean block like in volleyball, but the official right there said too much of the arm. So that is Fulton's second personal foul. First foul for the Tigers here in this quarter. Madsen at the line. The senior hits the first one. Not a whole lot of scoring for Lead-Deadwood, but there is 9 from Rogers, 7 from Black, and then 2 from Madsen. Arts has not scored yet. Either has Taylor Hansen. Wiegand off the bench. I thought she would maybe have some buckets, but it's been few and far between. And now New Underwood with it back. Fulton. Lead-Deadwood almost looks like they're in a zone defense. That or they're just not playing very good man-to-man defense as they're really off of the players here. And that is letting New Underwood drive to the hoop, and they just missed a layup.
I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what they're doing, if it's man or zone. It looks like a zone, but then it turns into a man. But then the man, when you get beat, turns into a zone.
They're just playing so far off the girl with the ball, and then she just walks in with a
like right now I think it's man.
Okay. And then it changes. Here is Poor Bear. She goes in.
The backside help has been great.
Hansen gets the rebound there with the defensive rebound on the weak side, as Clayson mentioned, and immediately a foul on New Underwood.
Yeah, you know, you have a really good backside help defense when 4 of your 5 defenders are there to stop the drive. It's great, except when you kick it back out behind the arc and everyone's in the paint, it doesn't work near as good.
As New Underwood, to that point, has made 5 3-pointers tonight, just 1 for Lead-Deadwood, as the Gold Diggers down by 23, and they turn the ball over. Here comes New Underwood. Almost a carry call there on Poor Bear, but wasn't. She had that high dribble and almost rolled it off of her hand. 3-pointer, no good that time by Alyssa Scott. There's a defensive rebound by the Gold Diggers as they look to push it up the floor. Thanks to Dana Dental Arts for bringing us our coverage tonight with a location in Spearfish. The shot is just off the mark by Piper Rogers. And down the floor, they go inside to New Underwood, and that will be a foul called on Lead-Deadwood. Just one Black Hills Conference game tonight. That's Rapid City Christian at Sturgis over at the Sturgis Brown High School West Gym. Steve Emmerman has the call over there on one of our sister stations, KOTA. Well, one big happy family here at Riverfront Broadcasting.
And a pretty good one as Rapid City Christian leading Sturgis 30-20 right before halftime.
Carmichael makes the first free throw. Second free throw is up and twice as nice. That foul there on the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers will be the second personal on Piper Rogers. Jersey Arts is on the bench. I was going to mention, usually she fouls out by this about time, but she's in a little bit of foul trouble again tonight, so she's on the bench, one of these senior starters. A bounce pass inside. Lead-Deadwood unable to finish. Taylor Hansen misses that shot. As Lead-Deadwood with 3 fouls in this fourth quarter, they did get into some foul trouble right away there in the first frame. And here's Fulton. Nice post move. Turns around and makes the shot. Off the bench, Fulton now with 9. And she's just been eating up the Gold Digger defense as they make some nice interior passes in for her. And there will be a foul called on Poor Bear. One of the Gold Diggers goes to the floor, and that is Hannah Hansen. She gets up and tries to find her direction over to the bench. She holds the back of her head, so one of the assistant coaches comes over and helps her back to the bench. She was face down on the floor, but it looked like she took a shot from the back before that as Poor Bear was trying to go for the basketball. Rogers over to Black. Black makes the pass into the deep corner. Now Lead-Deadwood in trouble a little bit. Go back outside. And the shot is blocked as Manson goes up. Fulton with the block. Up ahead, here's Scott. Down to the post, and a foul from behind called on the Gold Diggers. Coming up, the boys game will get underway at around 7:30, so about a half hour from now. Here on KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, KDSJ980.com, as well as with the KDSJ Sports mobile app. Don't forget, you can watch all of tonight's coverage for free. The video coverage on KDSJ-TV and our YouTube channel. As we get into the 7 o'clock hour this evening, the New Underwood boys come in 2-2 on the season. I remember watching them at the West River tournament last year. They had a pretty good club with some Enos boys. And then the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, 2 wins, 3 losses on the season.
Did they have the Duke boys too? Dukes
No.
and Hazard reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a steal by Fulton. She's been doing things offensively and defensively. And then looking for a backdoor cut, but good job by Wiegand to not allow that. Poor Bear gets the dribble. Now makes the pass over to Scott. Scott's shot is going to be no good. And then it goes out of bounds and back to the maroon and gold of the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers. Boys game coming up next, and then off for the weekend as the girls and boys will be playing again next week. No high school basketball for us tomorrow. We'll have college hoops instead on KDSJ Radio with MSU Denver at Black Hill State. As they go outside, here is Scott, goes over to Fulton. New Underwood makes that interior pass, and 2 more points for the Tigers. Emily Scott this time with the bucket. And now it is 49-20, a 29-point advantage for the visiting New Underwood Tigers. They won a close game last year between these two teams out in New Underwood. And this one really wasn't close from the beginning, as the Tigers were up 13-2 at the end of the first quarter. They were up 25-12 at halftime, up 38-19 after 3 quarters. They've outscored Lead-Deadwood here 11-1 in the fourth frame. Here's Arts for a 3-pointer, no good. Her average is getting at least a 3-pointer a game, but unable to get the one there.
It's also fouling out about every game as well, and we're short on that.
That is consistency, unfortunately. Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, we saw the Nakaya Black getting her 4th personal foul, as each team has 4 fouls in this fourth quarter. 4s are wild with 2:22 left to play in this final frame. New Underwood using some clock. Here's another interior pass. Lead-Deadwood has not been able to stop it all night long, and Lily Albers takes advantage. She is now the 7th different New Underwood Tiger to score. And the pass intended for Arts goes to the wrong team, and here comes Poor Bear. She will pick up the dribble, wait for her teammates. Here's Fulton, eyes the 3-pointer, and not going to take it. Looks like maybe some subs coming in here for the Tigers, as head coach Dallas Richter will call a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll hear from some of our sponsors bringing you our winter sports coverage right here on KDSJ 980, 103.5, and KDSJ-TV.
For over 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
The Goldust Casino invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Goldust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting goldustdeadwood.com.
Back here at the Lead-Deadwood High School gym on a Friday night. And this game is winding down. We're in a running clock now with the over 30-point differential. 51-20, New Underwood with the advantage. And we're not going to have much time in between these two games with the quick changeover. And we do have a conversation with the Lead-Deadwood boys head coach Dan Jansen. So we'll start to recap this game here as New Underwood has led it all the way. They were up 13-2 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored Lead-Deadwood 12-10 in the second quarter to build up a 25-12 lead at halftime. Then in the third quarter, they outscored Lead-Deadwood 13-9 as they were up 38-19 after 3 quarters. And here in the fourth quarter, New Underwood has scored an extra 14 points. Lead-Deadwood has scored 1. Here's Black with the shot, no good. Long rebound is going to go out of bounds. And this will go back to New Underwood. Good performances tonight by the New Underwood Tigers. Alyssa Scott has 7 points. Poor Bear into double figures with 10. Chambliss has 9. Carmichael with 6. And Fulton off the bench has 9 points. Lead-Deadwood leading scorer tonight has been Piper Rogers, 7 points in the first half. And she has just 1 bucket here in the second half. Only 3 girls have scored for Lead-Deadwood tonight. Rogers, Black, who has 7 points, and Madsen, who has made 2 free throws. We're back to the free throw line. Here is Poor Bear, as that foul was on Lead-Deadwood's Piper Rogers. That's her 2nd personal. It's the 5th team foul, so we're shooting bonus free throws. And they'll let the substitution come in. Fulton, who's had a great game tonight, she checks out. She has 9 points. She's had some blocks and a couple of steals. Madsen on the defensive side, a quiet night, but offensively, no points. But she's been getting some rebounds. Here's a 3-pointer by Arts. That's airmailed out of bounds. And more substitutions coming in here. You don't have much time. 23 seconds left in this running clock. 53-20. Lead-Deadwood will inbound it, down by 33. They're going to drop to 0-7 on the season. And underneath, trying to get the 2 points they do. Well, let's see. No. They're going to say in the process of shooting, Piper Rogers will go to the free throw line. They will stop the clock with 1.2 seconds left, so the buzzer doesn't go off while she's shooting a free throw. That is the first personal foul tonight on Micah Merchant, who's making an appearance here for the Tigers off the bench.
One of the 8th graders from New Underwood.
First free throw, no good by Piper Rogers. Lead-Deadwood averages 25 points per game. They're at 20 tonight. Second free throw by Rogers is no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and this one is over as the New Underwood Tigers hold Lead-Deadwood to just 1 point in the fourth quarter as the Tigers win it 53-20 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, as it's New Underwood picking up their second win of the season. The Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers will drop to 0-7. Tigers win it 53-20. We'll recap things in the post-game show next, right here on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV. We're back in 2 minutes.
To start your new year with a new career, Pipeline Plastics in Belfouche is hiring extrusion and grinder technicians for day and night shifts. If you like the idea of working 6 months and getting paid for the full year, go online to pipe.us/careers and apply now. No experience necessary. They offer competitive pay starting at $20 an hour, great benefits, and much more, including quarterly bonuses. Go online to pipe.us/careers or call 605-892-0500 to apply today. Again, that's pipe.us/careers.
I own this shop and an electric co-op.
We own this ranch.
And we also own an electric co-op.
I own this house along with electric co-op.
Grand Electric Cooperative is owned by our members.
I own this barbershop and an electric co-op.
Together, we're partners in keeping our corners of South Dakota vibrant. So go ahead and use your energy to own your day.
Sharing the good news, feeding the world, or connecting you with anyone, anytime you need. That's what we do at West River Cooperative Telephone Company. Over the past 70 years, we've grown and evolved, but our mission has always been the same. We're here to bring you together, no matter the distance.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Magic Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base Sports Nutrition Program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-19.
Girls broadcast before we switch things over to the boys game as part of our non-conference interclass doubleheader this evening. We want to say thanks to some more of our sponsors, including Wolf's Plumbing and Heating, located in Spearfish, but they serve the entire area. And call 605-642-5755 or see more at wolfph.com. Don't forget, coming up, we'll have tonight's player of the game, the Superior Performance, courtesy of Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. As the New Underwood Tigers in the girls game led it all the way, they were up 13-2 at the end of the first quarter. They were also up 25-12 at halftime. They led at 38-19 after 3 quarters, and they get the victory 53-20 as they put up 15 points in the fourth and final quarter. Lead-Deadwood with 1 point. So the beginning of the game and the end of the game was not good for Lead-Deadwood as they scored just 1 field goal and 2 points in the first quarter, and then 1 free throw was made in the fourth quarter for Lead-Deadwood. As let's see, the Tigers improved to 2-3 in the season, and the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers are now 0-7. And we will send it over to Clayson Davis as we name our player of the game. It's our Superior Performance by Superior Auto Solutions. Call 605-642-9111 or see their inventory online at superioroutosd.com.
And with our superior performer for this girls varsity matchup, We're going to give it to New Underwood's Jocelyn Fulton, the sophomore forward at 6'2". She dominated the glass the entire game from start to finish, as really there wasn't a single Lady Gold Digger on the entire team that could have guarded her really the entire night. As I believe she was if not leading the Tigers in scoring, she was definitely in the top 3 in scoring, as we'll hear from Cody Oliver here in a bit with the official stats. And no, she just had herself a great game on the board. Also can shoot the 3 very well. She was good from the free throw line. Overall, just a great all-around performance from Jocelyn Fulton from the New Underwood Lady Tigers. She's awarded our Superior Performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. As you can vote for your Superior Performer of the month of December right now on KDSJ-TV. On KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, and also online at KDSJ980.com. As if you go to our website, you can vote for your Superior Performer of the month of December, as that will be closed at the end of this month, and the winner will get a $100 donation to the school's athletic department for their performance in the Superior Auto Solutions poll. Again, you can find that online at KDSJ980.com. As Jocelyn Fulton will add her name to the ballot here in the month of January, and that voting will start at the end of the month, and it will be open all throughout the month of February. Again, Jocelyn Fulton, our Superior Performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish.
On the road, the Tigers get 7 girls into the scoring column. Let's see, leading the way for them was Poor Bear, and she ended up with 5 points at halftime, 5 more points in the second half. The junior guard had 10 points. She was the only one into double figures in the entire game, so a game-high 10 points from Poor Bear, and then 9 points from Fulton as the player of the game. The sophomore post player had 9 points, including a 3-pointer that she squared up on in the first half. Then 7 points from Alyssa Scott, 7 points from Cassie Chambliss. Most of those came into the paint thanks to some nice passes in there to her. And then also 7 points from Olivia Carmichael, 5 points from Emily Scott, and then 2 points from Lily Albers. So a lot of points in the paint for the New Underwood Tigers. They also stepped back and hit 5 3-pointers tonight. They hit 6 free throws as well. For the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers, just 3 girls into the scoring column tonight, and the leading scorer was senior Piper Rogers with 9 points. 7 points from Nakaya Black, the junior who usually starts, came off the bench tonight and had 7 points, and then 2 points from the free throw line for senior Delaney Madsen. And the Lead-Deadwood Gold Diggers dropped the game tonight. They're now 0-7 on the season, and that winning streak or that losing streak continues. Now 44 straight losses for the Lead-Deadwood Gold Digger girls basketball program, and it's not going to get much easier here in the month of January. Next Thursday, they will be down at Ginn's Gym in Hill City to take on the Hill City Rangers. And for the New Underwood Tigers, they improved to 2-3 on the season. They're back in action next week as they'll play 3 games next week in the Girls West River Tournament. They'll play that tourney Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I believe New Underwood will be in that bracket up in Newell next week. So that is a look at tonight's recap of the girls varsity game. We'll turn our attention over to the boys contest, and before we do that, we have a note from KDSJ-TV.
Yeah, we will end this stream on the girls side of things on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. As you can go to the boys stream, as we'll be joining that very shortly, and we'll get you with the boys countdown to tip-off, being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair. On the boys' side, on the boys' stream on KDSJ-TV. So that will end the girls' stream, and we'll see you on the other side for the Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off for the boys' varsity contest.
We'll be back in a couple more minutes.